What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in.
We've talked a lot, or you heard me talk a lot about the Clippers winning a championship. And, I really hope this happens for the Clippers. I really hope they end up winning, being on top, because honestly, if you listen to all the the projections and all the sites out there saying that the Clippers are favored to win it, the Clippers are this, the Clippers are that, and they're the best team on paper, all these other things, they have the best roster, best this, best that, best head coach. You're seeing a lot of things online right now about the Clippers in regards to their championship hopes, and a lot of sites, people, fans, analysts pick them to be in the forefront to win it all. And I just hope that they can live up to that, because if they don't, what's going to happen. All the analysts or a lot of fans out there, especially Lakers fans, of course, are going to have a lot to say. And, there's already been enough said about the Clippers throughout the years, about them choking and, being cursed and all these things. And, you just hate to hear all that stuff over and over and over. You just hate to hear it. You really... You hear it so much, it makes you want the team to break through and win it even more. You see what I'm saying? Because of all the naysayers and all the negative comments that came towards the Clippers throughout all these years. And finally, if they could break through and win one, it would shut up a lot of people. And on top of that, it would ease a lot of the Clippers' pain. So, when I think about all this and all that's being said about this team and how they're projected to win, and you even hear Warriors players like Draymond saying they're the biggest threat to us and all that. Well, that's if he stays on the Warriors. Who knows about that, specifically? But if he stays on the Warriors, then that would be a good projection. Yeah, the Clippers would be the toughest team or the toughest task they would have, if you ask me. But in saying that, all things got to go right. The Clippers have to be in they have to be in the moment. They have to be healthy. They have to, gel. A lot goes into winning a championship. It's not just having the right names on your roster. And see, when you have a team like the Clippers, of course, they're built to win a championship. Of course, they got the roster. Of course, they got the makeup, the coach, the superstar, and Kawhi and everything, And even with that being said, it really doesn't matter unless they all stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Or they stay healthy for the most part to see this go through. You see what I'm saying? So I hope for their sake they do, because I would hate the backlash they would get, or the aftermath of the situation by them not at least making the finals. And it'll be another situation where, you will have all those analysts talking like, oh, well, see, yeah, they were just like, they're the same team they were years ago, never going to win. Oh, yeah, they're the same team they were a couple years ago in the bubble, found a way to lose to a team they should have beat, all this other type stuff. You just hate hearing things like that, from a bunch of people out there who never played basketball, or not even that. It's just the fact that there's a lot of people out there who really don't even know basketball, don't even watch it, don't even understand the process of what it really takes to win a championship. If it was really that easy, every team in the NBA would have won a championship. The Clippers would have won one years and years ago, but they didn't, because it's not as easy as everybody make it seem. And that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not really trying to diminish anybody's basketball IQ or wisdom, whatever they think they have, because I believe I have very good basketball IQ, high basketball IQ and wisdom. And I've played, high school basketball. I played 1 year in college, so I know what it's like to, have an injury or, be taken aback by, a loss where you felt like you should have won and, you felt good about your chances and it just didn't work out the way you planned it. You see what I'm saying? I know about those type things. And, you don't really have to be an athlete to know about those type things. But when you watch the game of basketball throughout the years, it should be common sense. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like some of these analysts out here, you know, that you see on maybe ESPN or you've seen on, you know, Fox or whatever channel you looked at, I feel like they all got an opinion, but it's not valid to me. You see what I'm saying? Of course, opinion is opinion. It's not a right or wrong answer. I definitely understand that. But at least if you're going to have an opinion on something, speak with some sense. You see what I'm saying? I've heard a lot of analysts say things about the Clippers throughout the last few years that just didn't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the Clippers have an opportunity to rectify all that. You see what I'm saying? And they have an opportunity to, you know, shut up their naysayers and really be on top for once. You know, I know they would love that. I know Kawhi would love it. And to me, as I said in my previous video yesterday, I personally would put, you know, Kawhi in the top 10, you know, definitely of all time. You know, if he wins a championship for the Clippers, I mean, hell, I might put him in top 5 because, you know, the Clippers have never won a championship and they haven't even come nowhere close to winning a championship, you know, throughout the years. So if he comes there and him and Paul George can actually make that happen, I mean, you got to, you know, put Kawhi up there in that stratosphere, because that'll be two teams that he went to and that never won a championship in history, and they won because of his presence being there. So you got to find a way to put him in that top 10. You got to me, you know what I'm saying, of all time. So just for him doing that for two teams that never won a championship. I mean, LeBron could say he done it for one team that's never won a championship, but he can't say he done it for two teams that's never won a championship in NBA history. That's one thing that Kawhi will have over LeBron James. So, I mean, when you look at that in its entirety, that says a lot. And, you know, I mean, hell, even if Toronto did win a championship way, way back in the day, nobody's going to remember that. They're only going to remember when Kawhi won it, you know, with them. And if the Clippers win a championship, and, you know, they're going to remember because Kawhi and PG was on there, and the team that's constructed right now was the reason why they won it, not, you know, any other, you know, reason for anything. So my point is this: the Clippers, to me, if you ask me, on paper, they're the best team. No doubt about it. To me, roster-wise, they're the best team in the NBA. But at the same time, I would like to see them fulfill that and go out there and win it all. Because if they don't win it all, I can only imagine the backlash they're going to get. Oh, they've been together 4 years, 4 seasons, and didn't win it, didn't this. And I would hate that to happen for the Clippers. You know, these guys, they play hard. They go out there, they sacrifice their bodies like any other team in the NBA. I don't understand why they always get so much criticism over every other team. I mean, I can remember during the season last year, or the year before last, you know, when Kawhi and PG was healthy for a little bit, you know, every game they lost, it was like the end of the world, you know, for that team. Like, oh, I knew they weren't going to win no championship. I knew they weren't going to win. I knew they weren't going to do this and do that and do this. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? They can't even lose one game before people start overreacting. But that's what comes with the Clippers, you know. It's going to be a lot of overreacting when it comes to them, because a lot of people really want to see them fail. Even though you hear some analysts probably say now they got the best team in the NBA and projected to win it all and all those other things, and you see on these sites, deep down inside, they want the Clippers to lose. They don't want the Clippers to win, because these were the same people saying that the Clippers aren't good and Kawhi isn't this and he's not the best player and all these other things. These are the same people saying all that same stuff just a year or two ago. And it's like, you know, deep down inside, they don't want this team to be successful. And that's why I really want the Clippers to succeed and, you know, get there, win it, and, you know, and shut up all their doubters. Because it's like right now, the Clippers know a lot of people projecting them to win, but they know it's like fake love. It's not real love. You know, it's not real, you know, liking for them. It's just they got so many weapons. It's really hard to deny how good of a team they could be going into next season. So, like I said, I really hope they find a way to prevail, come through, and really find a way to reach that mountaintop. Because if they do that, like I said, it can change the perception of just a lot of people out here in LA just changed the perception of basketball in general to see a team like that win a championship who's never won one, and who most people, or a lot of people out there, might have thought never would win one. So, I mean, if they're able to do that, definitely big ups to them for that. And I definitely would like to see my boy Kawhi win another championship. You've heard me say it over and over. I definitely want to see this team win one, and take it to the next level and be able to say they were champions with all the up and downs they went through. They went through the bubble. A lot of people, count them out after that. They buzz kind of went down to some people. Everybody just overwrote them. Then Kawhi goes down, get hurt in the playoffs, and a lot of people did think that they could have made the finals that year if Kawhi wouldn't have got hurt, but they didn't. And this is their year to do it. This is their year to be the team that a lot of people projected them to be in year number one when the bubble, or should I say, when the bubble started. You see what I'm saying? So, I really hope they do, and I hope they find a way to, come through, because like I said, the backlash, if they don't find a way to get there, people, analysts and all of them are definitely going to try to knock them down even more. And then on top of that, you got to look at it from this standpoint too. A lot of the players, Reggie Jacksons and a lot of those role players, will they be there the following year after that? You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of contract issues, changes. People want more money if they win. You know how all that stuff goes. So this is the time for them to win it now, to kind of get it out the way. You see what I'm saying? So they can, get over that hump. That's my main thing with them. Get over that hump, get it out the way, get that championship under you. Now you can breathe a little bit. You ain't got to worry about the naysayers and whoever else is out there, because they can say what they want. But if you win it, nobody can never take that from you. If you win a championship, nobody can ever say you couldn't accomplish it. So that should be the Clippers' goal. And like I said, let's take it into this next season when it comes, and let's see what happens. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.